What's up, guys? It's Greeny. I'm back with Noon. And before I get into diving into her personal life, I just have a few more language questions for her.
Okay.
So, do you have any favorite like techniques that you like to use, like to get the point across? Like, I remember when I was in class, you just started doing these flashcards. We talked about it, and actually, me and Gary, we kind of helped you get started with that. Like, tell the people a little bit about like your technique, like what you like to do to help students remember and learn things.
I keep asking the same question when the student come back to the class again. Make sure they can answer this question. And I provide like audio file, flat
Oh
card,
yeah,
or
yeah, the audio
many
file.
material that can help student learning by their own also.
Right. I remember, yeah, every day after class, the things that we went over, she sent, audio files. And so I remember when I was out on my walks in the morning, I would just listen to the audio files. Yeah, that was helpful because we had just went over in class. It kind of pounds it into our head a little
Yes.
bit. Yeah, so that's good. And then also, are you still doing the flashcards, or are you
Yeah.
still doing that, or no?
Yeah. Still working on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you think you keep the lessons engaging for like somebody like me that just felt overwhelmed, like it was just like my head was gonna explode, like it was too much? How do you try to like? What is your technique to try to keep things moving, keep things engaging?
Okay. I will try to make the student talk in classroom as much as they can. So I will keep like ask the question. Like if I teach about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and I will stop and I ask them from the question or the lesson that we learn again. Let them talk.
So your school is hands on for the student. It's not one of these ones like, guys, if you think you can come to a class like when you were in college and sit in the back and just listen, no, this is like group hands on. We all took time, took turns talking. Like I would ask the one person, they would ask. So yeah, I think that's a
Yes.
good idea.
Yes.
All right, let's see here. So besides your class, while they're learning in school, are there any apps or books or other material that you feel like would be useful to help out in learning?
Ah.
Like
Oh.
you said, Duolingo. Do you like that one? Is that
Yeah, but Duolingo doesn't provide Thai language. The app, I'm not sure. You need to try by yourself. Like the student introduce with the link with the Pimsleur drops,
yeah.
drops. Okay. Only three and most like self-study big organization for like what is Thai Pot 101. I'm not sure you heard about that. Thai Pot 101. Yeah. Uh,
And I think in class you provided us with some people on YouTube that you thought were worthwhile to watch their videos too. I think there was a few people you told us about.
yeah,
So maybe when they're in school, yeah, you can.
yeah, lots, but I like for my favorite YouTube channel. It's Learn Thai with Mod. So Learn Thai with Mod is like my model actually. Like since I start teaching Thai, I learned from her video quite a lot.
Okay.
And another one is like Paibun Publishing. So Paibun Publishing is like she's a interpreter and Thai teacher. I think more than 20 years. She very professional. That one I used her book as my like resources.
Okay. So do you feel like there's like when a student's been learning for a little bit and on average everybody's different, but on average is there a certain amount of hours that they've done or time where you can see that like the light bulb turns on, like, oh, like they're starting to understand a little bit better?
Yeah, yeah.
You think about how long
For how long? I can
on
say
average?
average. I think at least 30 hours for all kind of level.
I did 30 hours and the light bulbs just, I mean, like, were they really like, oh, I'm starting to get this, you think 30 hours for most?
And I think still like from what I say, it depends on the student.
Yeah.
Some student need to take time
Yeah, maybe
very
not for dumb.
very long.
Okay. One of my subscribers, actually, it's funny because uh, I get a lot of questions about language and language school. And when I was taking the language school here, many people are like, "Oh, where's that? Where are you taking language?" And I was like, we're going to do an interview. I'll publish a video all about it." So one guy actually just sent me a message yesterday, and he said, "How long, like truthfully, do you think as a teacher it will take a foreigner?" Because many foreigners say, "Oh, well, you can learn Thai in 6 months," which is a complete lie. To be fluent, to be able to speak Thai fluent, how long do you think it would take a foreigner if they went to school, like like I was doing? Say you go twice a week and then you study maybe 10 hours a week. Like, how long do you think it would take to learn Thai fluently?
Fluently.
Yeah, fluently.
I think you need to spend time at least 2 years.
2 years.
Two
Okay.
years, but not only in classroom. You need to put yourself in the Thai environment.
Immerse yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like for even I learn English, more than 20 years. Like since my primary school, I still need to develop, improve.
You know about spies? You know what a spy is? Like CIA or the Marines, military. They have spies that learn languages.
Yes.
You know that when they're learning and they go into a house, so say they want to learn Russian. Once they go, no more English. Everything just Russian, and they don't. Some of the guys when they start, they don't know anything, but they can't talk English. So that's how they have to immerse, and they learn very fast that way. That's maybe if over COVID I should have done that maybe. So just a few more lighthearted questions. Is there any like funny mistakes a foreigner has made that was like funny? They said something that was like real funny, like how they get something mixed up and like a funny story like that.
Yeah. Like when they mispronunciation maybe become like a curse word that they
Like, well, give it an example. Like
if you, okay, it's many students wanna say banana. Like in Thai we say with kuai, but
say what?
banana, banana.
It's funny. Some lady just came by here. Is that why you think of that? She just dropped off banana
because like
for
many
me.
students they like why the banana is you guys favorite fruit. Many students say my favorite Thai fruit. My favorite fruit is kuai, right? But they like to do with the k sound with their throat, which is koi, which is like your private part. So I try not to tell them what is it. I just say make it.
But why is it? Is it because it's so close because it's shaped like that too?
No,
Like, did they do that on purpose? The people that made up Thai language, they make that on purpose like that?
we do with the gok gai as a.
I know, but it's so close to banana and private part. Oh, look at banana. Okay.
Yeah, the student mispronunciation to do like a kwai quite a lot. They say, oh no. Working on kokai, please. Yeah, to miss. And
Okay.
there's a few, and so I just said, oh, please be careful to use that word, something like that.
Okay, last language question is, do you feel that like when your students actually learn Thai, that it helps helps their assimilation or helps them enjoy the culture more once they learn Thai? Like it's beneficial? Like how much? How much do you think it can change their experience in Thailand to actually speak the language?
Yeah, they feel enjoy, and like Thai people really happy when see foreigners try to speak Thai. So when they speak Thai, the Thai people will say, "Wow, เก่งมาก," like well done, very good, excellent, and it make like right. If I say เก่งมาก, you say, "Oh, you're so proud to be a part of Thailand," right?
Yeah, they do seem to like it. So, all right. So that's all the questions about the language. We're going to move into some just more personal, more different, lighter conversation. It's funny. I was in like Udon Thani and Nong Khai this week, and you know, I knew a little bit Nitnoy, and then I learned a little bit more in the class. And it's funny how like just sitting at a restaurant and talking to the waiter or waitress and like, oh, you speak Thai? I'm like, no, Nitnoy, but it is so much better after I just had the 30 hours than it was before. Even though it seems like I was probably your worst student, like I just didn't comprehend it, but really I did learn a lot. Like I feel it was worthwhile just the 30 hours because these type of people like, oh, you speak Thai? I'm like, no, but just, just basic conversation. Like, it's easier for me to order things and ask where something is or the price or certain things. Like I can, and then the sentence structure makes more sense because you can have the words and try to say it to them. But if you don't do the sentence structure right, they're like, what, huh, what? Just like the tones, the sentence structure, I think is a
Yeah.
big thing too. Okay. So on top of just the school and learning, tell the people about some of these meetups that you do and how you feel about that and why you like to do that, and just tell them all about that's kind of a part of your school, and even when you're not in the class that you're
Okay.
still invited. And
Okay, I hosted like Pattaya language exchange meetup. It's from my experience living in Bangkok. I join every English language meetup for improve my language
hmm
skill. So, but I found out that in Pattaya is no like no meetup like this. And the problem about the language learner is about we couldn't find a native speaker to speak with us. This is so I want to solve that problem to the learner and also especially my student. I want to find more Thai people for the student can have a chance to communicate at once. So
right.
I run the yeah, mostly before is every week, but okay, like normally every week, just some month that if I'm busy, I'm not do
So
every week.
you do like meetups at beach, eat food. You've had some
Yes.
things here. You've had game nights. You've met at different bars and comedy and different things like that. Like all kinds of different meetups.
Yeah, mostly the meetup focus on language exchange, but some people like the game, so they bring games to play
Right.
together.
But it's
We
kind of
cook,
conversation while
yeah,
you're doing everything.
and sometimes we cook,
But
cook
let me ask you
together.
this. So, well, you're single. You told me that. I mean, I knew that in the class. I didn't know. I haven't seen you in a while. I didn't know you're still single. And then also, sometimes you have single ladies come, and then you have these Falang, foreigners, things like that. Have you ever had any foreign people that were your students meet some of your friends or meet other people at the exchange where they date a little bit or anything like that? Has that ever happened?
You mean about with me?
Like they meet? No, not you personally. We'll get to
Ah,
you in a minute. I'm talking about like when you have the meetup
ah.
and some of your friends or ladies that are Thai, they come to speak Thai, and then the foreigners come. Have any ever like, oh, let's exchange line and go on dates? Have they ever met like that?
Okay.
Like hooked up boyfriend, girlfriend, or meet or go out on social after?
Uh-huh. I think it's possible, but recently, normally the people who come to the meetup, they normally have some like their girlfriend, boyfriend
Oh,
already.
already have.
So
No.
yeah, from
So
what I know, yeah. So
So
maybe,
if you, because you
mm,
know what I find is a lot of guys get here and they don't do the language right away. They do, and they may be dating and get themselves in a little bit of trouble and not understand. I think a good thing to do is right when you get here, immediately come and join the school because then you can understand more about the Thai culture and meet like nice Thai ladies, like her, the educated, as opposed to like some guys just want to get here and immediately go to bars and meet people at bars and not really meet people in the community. I think it's a good idea. I think
yeah.
it's not a bad idea. Right when you get here, like 2 weeks, you're here, start school, start learning Thai. If you think you want to do that and you think you're going to be here a long time, I think that's a good idea.
Yes.
Anyway, so you say you're still single. Why are you single? You meet so many student, you not want to date student. Is that
Ah,
against your rule?
so
Like,
my goal is like my point is about the student. I should like focus on work. I don't want to like start dating the student like if they just come or I'm not like what if it's called like I'm not against or block that I don't want to be in a relationship with the student, but for my work I need to focus on my position and
so
my
you're
duty.
very career focused right now. Like you're
Yes.
building something here
Yeah.
and you don't want anything getting in the way. But if you met the right person, you're not opposed to that. Like if it
Yes.
was like, oh, connection, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because some people like, will not want to, they have rule like, oh, I have school, I am teacher, I would never date student. But I don't think you can never say never because Well, then again, a student could just say, okay, I quit school. Now let's go on a date.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So whatever. So I get that. So yeah, I mean, it is possible. I think, I saw a lot of pictures and it looked like a lot of Thai ladies were there and flying. I think you could meet somebody if you started off that way before you had a boyfriend. So, and the last thing I wanted to touch on a little bit is, and this is totally off the teaching and language subject, but it is a cultural question, is that you are Christian and you live in
Yes.
Thailand. So, as far as Thai people go, I would say you are the minority because I would say Buddhism, then Muslim, then Christian is third.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Were you born that way with your parents, or did you decide to convert and become Christian later? Like you learned, about the religion? Like how did you become Christian? Were you born with your family or you became Christian later?
I became Christian later.
Okay.
Yeah.
About how old?
About 20 years old.
Okay. And what made you and you were Buddhist before?
Yes,
Raised
like
Buddhist?
Thai family.
Okay.
Most of Thai family.
So
Yes.
what inspired you to start believing in the Christian faith or doing that?
After I heard about like God story and be around like Christian community, and something I feel like missing in my life. Like, I feel something peaceful. The peaceful is different from I have before. Like something you can feel in your stomach. Like you eat food, you feel full in your stomach. You watch movie, you feel full in your mind. But like I feel like something deep inside that God can feel me. So I feel like something
So it
feel
just felt
inside.
right to you. It just felt right. Now, how did your family feel about you taking a turn of faith like that? Your
Okay.
parents. So what do they think about it?
Yeah, my parents didn't agree at the first time. My dad even don't talk to me for 6 months. Like he mad at me so much to I want to believe in Jesus. Like, but I try to explain to my parents I didn't do nothing wrong. Like I just lied because of some reason that they are good people, and I feel that God is the something that I feel inside of me or something like that. And for now, the family more understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still feel like an affinity to the Buddhist faith too? Like, do you still like to go to a Buddhist temple, or you're totally just Christian and that's it? Or do you still feel a little bit Buddhist since you were raised that way? Or you're just kind of, that's over and now I am just 100% Christian? How do you?
Okay. I respect every religion, and from what I have believed before since I very young. But for now, I like what is like I feel like I give my heart and my spirit to myself to only one God. This is what we believe.
Okay.
But
It's funny because for me, Western, like, now that I've been in Thailand a while, like I don't really deal with any Western religion. I feel more affinity to Buddhism now. I just feel that makes, like you said, what makes you feel warm, feel better, like just the philosophy of Buddhism and the monks. And I've read a few books, and obviously I'm at temples all the time, and I've spoken with monks at temples before. Some of the monks do speak very good English, and so not that I'm religious. I absolutely am just not. I'm more scientific, believe in science and that. But I do enjoy Buddhism. I like it. So if you got involved with somebody, would it be important to you that they also share the same faith as you? If you were going to say when you decide to settle down, maybe, or if somebody, you get serious, somebody and they want to get married, would that be a breaking point?
I can say we'll see. We will see. Yeah, I'm not like what is it called? Like I'm okay to talk with any different belief people,
Okay.
because I believe that everyone have their good thing in their own way. So I like to learn.
Okay. Where is your church? Where do you go to church here? The one in Jomtien, or is it
So
Pattaya?
I'm live in Jomtien, so I go in Jomtien Beach. It's called. And now I attend the church called Living Stream Church.
Okay.
Yes.
Many Falang go there? Or
No
is it most?
Thai.
So it's a Thai Christian church, but I mean, I'm sure many Falang are here and they're
Some
Christian, but they don't go.
some Farang, and I be a volunteer to be an interpreter, translator for Farang
Oh,
some
because it's
week.
in Thai.
Yes.
Okay, is there a big Christian church that a lot of Falang go to around here? I see
Yes.
one on
Yeah, in
Sukhumvit.
Sukhumvit Road.
Okay, yeah.
Called Lighthouse Church.
Okay. Have you been to the big church in Chantaburi? That big famous one? Have you
No,
been there? No? Oh, I told you
never.
before. You have to go there. That's a big famous church.
Yeah, interesting. I will.
Okay. Okay. Anything in closing? I can't believe this is already 20 more minutes we've spoken. It went so fast. Anything you would like to say about your school, or why should somebody let you be teacher instead of a different school? What do you bring to the table that you feel makes you the best teacher or a very good teacher?
Oh, I push my heart as a language learner because I was a language learner before. Everything I feel good about it, I will do for the student. And I make the classroom like a friend. So you can come to my fridge and take the water. You can, yeah, you can do everything like a home. So I try to make the student, I try to make the student feel.
Every time you get a banana, you
Yeah,
get walk.
no banana. Just today, like feel comfortable to speak like a friend, like a family, like in classroom.
Yeah, very laid back, like a laid back atmosphere, very friendly.
Yeah, and I
Okay.
try to develop my course to help the student in any level, even Kun Brian feel give up.
Oh, so yeah. So
I
tell them,
want,
was I the worst student ever? Was there ever a student as bad as me?
I want Kun Brian come back with a new course I am developing.
Yeah, the one for more for restaurants and
Yes.
things like that. Yeah.
Yes.
She's working on something that's more for, if you don't want to go all crazy, but you want the basics, that will help you. Because a lot of things she did teach, like when I'm ordering coffee, like Americano yen, or my wine, I don't want sugar, many things I learned in the class. So, okay. And guys, I'm not doing this like I don't get a commission, nothing. I'm putting her details in there and you guys contact her. I just like her. She's a sweet lady, so I want to help her out. I used to do many videos with merchants and things like that when I was starting out, and I need to get back to doing more of that stuff just to help local merchants. So, okay.
โอเคค่ะ
Okay. ขอบคุณครับ
สวัสดีค่ะ
Make sure you subscribe to my channel, and I'll check you guys out in the next video. Greeny out.
Noon out.
Oh, thank you.
บ๊ายบาย
Bye bye.